So about 9 years ago, I started making YouTube videos. First, I started off doing pranks in Ottawa. It wasn't really getting me much reactions out here. So I kind of transitioned to doing like adventures, exploring abandoned locations, sleeping on deserted islands. I was rescued by police off of a deserted island because we were stranded. And then I realized people love adventurous stuff. So I started doing more and more of it. And then I started to notice like people commenting, hey, there's like an apparition like in the background of your video. You should check that out. So I started to realize that people love the paranormal and they're loving these types of videos where they can get a scare and they can get an adventure at the same time. So I kind of transitioned from like adventures to paranormal and then mixing it all together. And eventually it led me to this awesome TV show that we filmed called Repossessed. So this one guy in Georgia, I think, he showed up with a baby in a jar, a real human baby in a jar, which was totally disturbing to me because I'm a father. I love my daughter to death. This guy shows up with an actual baby. Like it's been frozen in time from way back in the old days. We did our investigation and I didn't feel like it was right for us to actually like turn it into a haunted attraction. You know what I mean? Yeah, that didn't make the cut, but it was a terrifying thing to see. A dead baby, it's just so heartbreaking. Here's the thing I've learned from this business. You can present the evidence in front of somebody, right in front of their eyes. And for some people, they still won't believe it. They're still going to think it's a gimmick or it's some type of CGI. Unfortunately, throughout, my YouTube career, I haven't been able to afford CGI to do these things in CGI. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't. I love the realness of it. Like having the real scare factor is what makes the audience really want to watch the show. I used to think just like everybody else would think, like a lot of the paranormal locations that we go to, someone's grandma is staying behind and that's her that's haunting the place. But it's not necessarily true. You might get a case where a relative is stuck there. There's a reason for that. It could be like they owed a debt to someone. It could be that they haven't moved on because, someone hasn't found their body. Maybe they've died and it's been like a cold case. But a lot of times what it is, and I believe this 100%, it's demons that linger around and they pretend to be family members or loved ones that are still in that house. Dream location in Canada? You know what? There's a castle in Toronto. I've been wanting to go to this castle for so long, but they charge a lot of money to film there for the night. It's called, what is that big castle? It's called, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a really massive castle in Toronto. It's supposed to be haunted. They use it for wedding venues. That's one of my dream locations.
What advice do you have for somebody who thinks that they have a haunted possession?
Maybe get someone that knows about the paranormal. Like if it's just an ordinary person, which usually it is, and they don't know too much about the paranormal, but they think they do. Get a psychic medium that's trusted. Get a researcher that's trusted. Do some research into the object too. That's like the most important part, and that's where Marika comes in on our show. She does all the research to make sure that these haunted objects are actually haunted and not just someone's old piano that just doesn't work.